thank you. Ano pala. Mas taas natin yung tuloy nakikita ko si thank you, bossing. Ayan, pa-practice lang tayo ng broadcast mga bossing. Kasi pinapag-broadcast tayo. Ay, GG. Panoorin natin yung ano. So, balang nagtataka kayo mga boss, iba na yung IGN nito. So, kaya for sale na yung ano ko, yung nasa chest ko. May nabili tayong Scald na nasa Uni Revival. Pero itatalo natin sa chest to. Siyempre, chest number 1 tayo. Habang nag-ano. Ito lang ba meron ng spot boss? Lobo rin. Walang mahirap pagka medyo ano, konti yung player. Uy. So balik tayo doon. Balik muna tayo bago natin ano, testing. Practice ng broadcast.
While we were talking about the Twitch drops as well, we will also have random coupon codes that will be scattered throughout the live stream. And most of the time, we would also gonna be jumping around. We will also be able to see some of these coupon codes. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it does seem like we are gonna be jumping into the battlefield here for the grand final game of Legend of YMIR with YMIR CUP World Champion between Asia 1 versus Asia 4!
Looks like we're charging already, and it looks like we're going to have an early clash here at Tower 1. We have both servers going to the same tower, while there's a little bit of spread out to the other ones, but we do look like we're going to have a clash here.
Looks like things are already scattered out and pretty darn scary. So what we have here is that we have the red team, which is Asia 4 Pro Squad, that have decided to literally flood themselves through from the northern part of the map. While in the meantime, Asia 1 yellow comes in from the southeastern part of the map.
And we can see a little bit of Prostar are going to go ahead and attack on Tower 3, and then we have a few of Asia 1 going in for Tower 2 as well.
And of course, with Danny Kim right in the view, it's just going to be actually a little bit and probably getting into the fight later on. But, you know, occupying the bases is actually a lot simpler as opposed to 1v1v1, because this is what we want to roll. We should be able to see them clashing in once they have solidified themselves a bit and getting themselves a decent amount of buff from the boss bases as well.
Yeah, we're going to have all 3 towers being DPS at this time, so we're going to see if we end up with each one, you know, getting a single one, and then we just have a continuous battle at the third.
So, this is some...
Ganito rin kaya yung mangyayari sa ano. So 27-20. Dami ng ano, crossfire.
Surprising, because it's really surprising to see, because what you guys can see at the top corners of the map is that Asia 1 may have already gotten 3 null bases, putting themselves at 6,200 points. As opposed to Asia 4, they also have 3 null bases, however, they have 18,000 points, a crazy amount as opposed to Asia 1. Why is that so?
So I think they have a good tactic here. I think they're going to go ahead and maybe they have a few people early game, they're going to go ahead and try to rack up some points. I think they're doing that ping pong, the normal base there, and then going back and forth.
So all they gotta do is just kind of play solitaire by themselves, right? Just kind of work their way. I get the tower, I loot the tower at the same time,
And then the archer tower went out right.
Oh!
Massive explosion.
Yeah, the Elder Archer Tower, which is the mythic skill of the archers, are just coming in and out, and that is generally scary for times to meet. And oh, there we go. That's quite a good amount of damage coming in from the tower itself.
Zyro in here, getting his fight on.
Oh, there we go. Of course, even for the Skull, the Song with the Drasil pops right out to ensure that they will be able to get some protection down for the team, for the party.
Oh, I see some retraction here from Frostguard. Able to come in. You got Declan went ahead
Grabe si Hazel talaga pagka nang habol eh, no?
and moved out. Crossguard is switching up tactics. It looks like here. We have the Tower 1 is down to 17%. And it looks like we're not going to have that much of a fight here. It looks like Crossguard pulled it out. So Asia 1 is going to come in and try to finish off this tower.
This is completely free.
Looks like Crossguard moving back in.
Yep, they are swarming back in like little tiny ants, but here comes the vacuum and explosion. The tower is still alive and is still getting themselves in. There's quite a lot of dead bodies right now on the floor at the moment as we speak, but we are looking at about 5% HP left on the tower, occupying number 1. Only one son will be able to walk away with a decent amount of points from taking this boss base down, rather this boss tower. Shortly after the boss tower, they still need to occupy the base in order to retrieve its spot.
We got 2% coming down to 1. And we got a pretty even number here of Asia 1 and Asia 4.
There we go.
There we go. Asia 1 does get the drop on the tower. And now they have to try to claim it. And that drop did give them an even number of points, brought them up to 20,000 along with Asia 4's 21,000.
That is a massive amount of points, I gotta have to say. Right? They were significantly behind Asia 4 for a good amount of time already, but because of the single boss tower, it does seem like Asia 1 is now back on track and they are almost, similar.
Yeah, I can see Asia 1 did seem to go ahead and put all their eggs in that Tower 1 basket. We have Tower 2 just kind of free down there right now, while Crossguard did have their team split, so they do have some people on Tower 3, and that is actually just going down pretty slow still, 74%.
Yep. There we go. Base number 1 done and dusted by Asia 1.
That's a pretty easy secure right there.
Yep. Doesn't seem like there was any form of contest from Asia 4, so they have eventually ran their way over to another base in order to not waste any more time, it seems.
Because the Archer Tower is going off yet again. And here we go. Asia 1 is swooping in. Looks like
Kita nyo yun, what ang dami. Grabe, oh, konti lang ng red dito, tapos pagdating dun, ang dami, oh. Tuloy lang, oh.
I think they're going to go ahead and engage. I think Asia 1 is going to go for all these towers, all these buffers.
I think that it's scary how Asia 1 can completely cover up the entirety of Asia 4. I think this is the problem where it comes to the fact that whichever team that is quote-unquote leading in terms of where they are going, being vultured out by opposing team is always going to be very difficult to swallow.
Yeah, it looks like Rage Journey was there trying to figure out where he wants to make the move. Zyro trying to help clean right here out here on the edge of the tower. Does look like they're going to get overwhelmed by Asia 1, although Asia 1 is getting sandwiched a bit by Crossguard. Got some coming up from behind as well.
It does seem like we have numbers disadvantage coming in from Asia 4 as well, right? Because Asia 4 right now, I think that I can see that they have 164 players in the battlefield, while Asia 1 they have a good amount of 200 players on the battlefield.
Yeah, it's almost a little over 40.
L'excellent. Global.
40 player difference. That's almost a full clan.
That is rough. That is extremely rough. So, we hope that Asia 4 will find an answer to all of that.
And Declan here backed out of his fight and headed back to a different tower. And he's going to regroup there. And now Asia 1 seems to have just taken over the DPS of Tower 3. And it looks like they might just do the same thing they just did on Tower 1.
I guess the numbers disadvantage is really playing quite a number. And honestly, not only that, I would definitely say that the fact that Asia 4, they are always in position first. So it would actually make things a lot simpler for Asia 1 to swoop in and dive for the kill, because they would have their stuff off cooldown while they are on the run towards where Asia 4 is. But there is also a chance that Asia 4 would have used their skills and they are all on cooldown, just plainly attacking the Tower of Occupying.
Right. And man, they are honestly just overwhelmed with Crossguard right now. It looks like Crossguard's getting spread out. I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to go down for Tower 2. Maybe trying to get ahead on something. They definitely seem to be struggling a bit right now. The lack of players is just not helping right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether we would be able to find any grace for Asia 4. They don't seem to be getting any points up from this point onwards. They're not exactly doing that ping pong that we were kind of expecting them to do. Probably because they know that Asia 1 would come in and stop their assist or stop them right on their tracks.
Right. It does look like they did send quite a group down here to Tower 2. I think maybe they're going to go ahead and see can they grab that. I just don't think it's going to happen in time because you can see Tower 3 is down to 10%, yeah, going down to 9, and Tower 2 still at 63%. So Asia 1 even has time to take down Tower 3 and probably make it down to Tower 2 before they can get it.
But the question is whether they will be able to get a little bit more, boss space, because that's something that we always want to look out for. However, it would require a bit of mistakes coming in from Asia 4. But to be fair, Asia 4 does not have a boss base as of yet. So if Asia 1 is really greedy, they can essentially steal all 3 of these boss bases.
Right, and that's what they're going for right now. We get the Tower 3 down to 3%. So they're getting ready trying to scoop up this next boss space here. Like quite a few people drop right there. Hazel's in there, just taking out the Prostar enemies. And now we have a huge mash of people right here on Tower 3. We're down to 0%. There it goes. Asia 1 did get the last hit.
Oh man. So not only did they get the last hit, they also do manage to pick up quite a bit of points for themselves. As such, Asia 4, they are having a lot of problems. They're occupying base number 5 as well, as we now move over to Lake Joni. He's currently in the center, trying to find a way to occupy over onto the base.
They already got it. Come on, man.
Oh, they got it! Oh man, they got it!
They are dominating right now.
That is scary. So 2 boss bases and 3 normal bases. This is completely overwhelming from the side of Asia 4, and there could even be a very high probability that Asia 1 is just going to run in and do the same thing over to boss Tower 4.
Well, no, they're going to be down at Tower 2. That's exactly what they're doing right now. They're jumping into the middle. They're going to go ahead and make Tower 2 and take over Tower 2.
Yep, so Tower 2 is the last of the boss towers, so that would be a very high probability that they will be able to clinch all 3 for themselves, leaving absolutely nothing for Asia 4.
Yes, and then they're going to take it to the center, and honestly, it's hard to see how they can come back at this point.
It's gonna be rough unless they are able to last minute get a couple of reinforcements to just jump on over
Get
the
the little quick attack there. Right, and just drop like 10 people right there. Poor Prostar.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they stood any chance at all, but hopefully, we'll be able to see their saving grace coming in with them in a short little bit, right? Because right now, numbers really matters. There's so much yellow members from the side of Asia 1 that is swarming across onto Asia 4's territory. In fact, they have pretty much free real estate throughout this entire mountainous area.
Yeah, it's just a bit overwhelming right now. They're doing their best, but actually, it looks like quite a few Asian 1 budgets on the floor right there at Tower 2. But we're down to 17%. Asian 1 has positioned themselves inside the circle, which is the main point you want to be. We've got a huge mythic there from the Archer, those Archer towers, and they're going to go ahead and take that tower. 13% left. Prostar trying to regroup around the outskirts and
Hindi ka pa maglib ba?
and gonna try to figure out how to make their move. I believe they're maybe now they're looking at trying to jump in at the end and try to help prevent the capture, but I think it might be.
I would like to believe that that was memory of the Beyonders, so we shall see how. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is going to be the second. And kaboom! Ball goes down. Too much damage that the tower is capable of dishing out. And now, Tower of Occupying 2 will go down in now. And that is Big Boss from Asia 1 again. And Big Boss, let's take a look. Is Big Boss even part of the top 50? No, he is not.
It doesn't matter who you are. Anyone can get that last hit on that tower.
Yep. So this is one kind of the luck of a draw kind of thing. So now they are managing to get 3 of the
Hindi mo na sila umalik. Ito yun. Palit kaya, palit. Tingin tayo sa Mirk saglit. Yung mga boss ha. Ito yung dalawang malambot eh. Tapos ito yung masakit. 67, 66. Pagka mga ano 200k ka, sakit yun. Hindi mga nag-iikot din. Wala ito. Tayo doon balik. Okay, tuloy.
boss bases tower. Oh my god, they got all 3 boss bases.
Whatsoever.
Man, oh man, is
No
this
contest.
overwhelming?
Man, this feels completely one-sided. So now, H1 is going to shift their focus to that tower of victory. They might finish this in record time. We're currently at 46 minutes left. We're going to see how long it takes them to DPS the tower of victory. They're all rushing in at this point. Now, Crossguard, you think about what are we going to do? We need to regroup, we need to focus, and somehow try to get their list. Somehow grab the crown. That's the only chance they got right now.
Perhaps we'll be able to see that soon, but Asia 4 right now at this instant has also gotten themselves a total of 5 normal bases. But what we're seeing from the side of Asia 1 is that they're focusing right down on one of the external towers. So they want to make full use of all the towers outside first before heading straight to the Tower of Victory.
Yeah, so we already have a big establishment there, and I think the one thing I'm interested in seeing is it seems like Asian One is very coordinated. I don't believe I've seen them, mistakenly take the tower and lose one. I'm curious to see if they have any issues with these boss bases. Sometimes they can change the tide a little bit, but it looks like they are communicating well and holding those towers properly.
No, of course, like previous times, like in the qualifying stages and such, there would definitely be a couple of instances where clans would just accidentally make a tower for themselves.
Look at that massive fight to them right there, and all of those cross-guard parties. They can't even get past the choke point to try to help fight in the middle.
I think that is the workings of Hazel.
Yeah, I think he might be up in there.
Man, oh man, Hazel.
And here's the cross-guard, man. He's just trying to figure out what are we going to do.
It's gonna be tough for them to just walk right in, take a free tower, especially since the tower is about to be destroyed real soon.
Now we're just gonna get that view of the Tower of Victory help down there.
I should have an old in-game screenshot so it was me on a win, and wow, all my old buddies popped up.
And hopefully we can see exactly where we're at.
There we go.
And we're at 75% right now, so it's actually going down pretty quick. There's a side road here, struggling to get out, all of them trying to pass all these bodies in.
Hindi siya pinapakawalan na ni Hazel eh.
on the floor. He's got some heals. Lady Joni coming in to absolutely
Aray ko, Hazel, tapos Lazy Joni.
destroy him. Oh, he barely got away. They're chasing him down. Oh, man.
Oh man. But Lady Joni doesn't seem like he's gonna go down anytime soon.
Oh, no.
This Warlord is gonna be a little bit annoying to try to take down.
No, they can't even try at this point. They need to regroup, try to do something on that tower victory. Looks like, wait, it looks like someone actually made it into the middle there and did take down quite a few people from Asia 1.
Perhaps we'll be able to see a bit more, as right now, in terms of score, we've got Asia 1 with 78,000 and Asia 4 with 31,000. We are definitely going to be expecting that Asia 1 have got a massive advantage on top of Asia 4, and they are doing whatever that they can to play the game to its fullest, to the point that even, the Tower of Victory, I think that they're cooking something.
Yeah, we're at 64% right now. And it's looking like pretty much total domination at this point. And it looks like Postcard, looks like they're making a little bit of a regroup here. And we've got quite a few coming in. Let's see if they can get past the choke point this time. And who all they need to take down moving in. We have a few people dropping from Asia. We're currently watching Declan, and it looks like he's leading this force into the choke point. I'm not seeing too many of the top Asia 1 folks right now. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and wipe you. So we have one drop.
The Red Sea.
Okay, Hayes is here in the middle. It looks like he might be... Is he moving towards that fight? No, he's just protecting a different choke point.
Yeah, but I think that whichever direction that they go, it's gonna be A-OK, however they want to go, however they want to fly. But speaking of flying, this does seem as though that Rosgan, they're about to fly themselves right over to Asia 1.
Big push, let's go.
Gumanda yung ditong part, oh. Kumaga, biglang kaso nang lamang yun nandito dito.
That's the big fight in there, White. Come on now,
Bang, tumakto po, dami namatay sa Thanos.
The entirety of the base around the Tower of Victory. We do have a couple of light strikes all across the room. They are hoping they will be able to do a decent amount. And indeed, the Elder Archer Towers are just coming in, still waiting for a little bit of this Sombra Drassel to eventually pop up. But we're not seeing any scouts, skill coming out anytime just soon.
Another arch tower. It's got all kinds of arches out here.
It's kind of scary how the amount of archers there are.
Bro is close to going down there. I think they might take all. Got Halo right there, hot on his trail. Not looking good for Dybro. Is he gonna be able to escape this one? Don't think so. Nope, he's like getting knocked down. Halo's gonna come in here, try to finish him off.
It does seem as though... Does seem like though... Yeah, a little bit more before we eventually make our way over to the Tower of Victory, almost halfway through now.
Yeah, they did go ahead and install the DPS on that tower a little bit, but they're starting to back up. They're 49%. Asia 1 held their ground. They're back on the tower. Crossguard's going to regroup and give it another go.
Perhaps they will try to come back in again. What's the best way that we can eventually see from Asia 4, considering the fact that they kind of have numbers disadvantage, right? They have 173 members on their side now. What's one way that can kind of help them with numbers disadvantage?
I think what you're going to do at this point is try to regroup, get everyone lined up around that stone wall there, and probably do what we've seen before, which is that jump into the middle and fly in and hopefully grab a last hit on the tower. That's kind of what you're going for at this point. But then you got to get that ground. And I don't think they have you. They're going to have the ability to do that.
So, instead of trying to stop them, we steal them.
Yeah, trying to get that last hit, trying to get in there and steal whatever you can. You need that last hit, you need that crown. That's what's important at this point. You're down so many points, down 50,000 points. Not too much you can do at this point. And so that looks like what's going on right now. See Declan over here. Looks like we have a group regrouping at this normal base. And they're going to go ahead and probably wait, let them dwindle down the Tower of Victory some more, because it's really not worth fighting for it at this point. Let them go ahead and DPS it, move in when it's low, and see what you can do.
So stealing is going to be the way that we want to see, and of course the way that could very potentially help them get a little bit more points, going into the game. But for now, they can still kind of go for a little bit of a ping pong between the two bases, and if they want, they can kind of ping pong between 3 bases. Although I'll say it's highly unnecessary to do so, but they also need to ensure that they are doing it correctly. They are choosing the right plan to steal. Otherwise, they might. Okay, wait. The fact that they don't have a boss base doesn't matter.
Yeah, so they are moving in at a choke point now. Let's see if they can make some moves here. A few Asia 1 folks dropping right there. I didn't recognize any of the names. I don't think they're facing the big boys right now. But they're going to go ahead and move in. I see Declan made it past the choke point, so I think he's going to help lead the rest of his folks in. But looks like they're struggling. Oh, Lady Joni is there. They're struggling to get through him. They dropped everyone else, but he's just manhandling everyone right there. Look at all.
Grabe. Hindi tayo ubus.
He just dropped all of them right there.
What a dog!
121,000 power does a lot.
Now that is what we call going absolutely ham with these mythic skills and whatever that they are able to provide for the game and for the team.
Ano naman to?
And Hazel's in there as well. They're just absolutely dominating right now. Declan is looking like he's going to go down. And we got the tower at 19%. So at this point, I really do think they need to regroup. But it looks like, if you look at the map, it looks like they have quite a few Asia 1 moving in to almost try to stop Roscar near their choke point.
So understandably, I think that there would be I think that we're actually looking at double the points from Asia 1 to Asia 4.
Yeah,
This is a little bit too much. So I think that because that's such a big disparity, I think that Asia 4, they gotta have to really bet on the fact that they are able to steal the crown, or I think it's fine if they don't get the last hit onto the Tower of Victory, but the main thing is that they need to start collecting the crowns.
Yeah, I think the ideal situation right now is let the crown get decently close to its tower, and then that's your last shot to try to take out whoever's carrying it and grab it, taking it for the win.
With the Tower of Victory now dropped down to about 12% of his regular HP. Is at any point in time now, we'll start to see Rosgar eventually swarming into Asia 1.
It does look like they're trying to circle the outside of the middle now. Hazel's coming in here looking like he's just trying to get Declan down. They are not letting Declan do anything at this time.
But the fact that we might be able to see a couple of these big fights going on, that is what we want to see, right? So a couple of the members coming from the Center Front, they are going to be putting themselves right underneath of these stairs, hoping that they will be able to find a barrier or a way to enter. And now, a couple of these are very strong players. They are single-handedly holding off massive amount of players from the side of Asia 4. And I think that's the scary part, right? You don't have to match them one for one. You can just come to have the leaders or the very strong players just come decide how many players can they take without dying, essentially just buying them and the main crew right there at the Tower of Victory to get
Yeah,
it
looks like Buenos PH got in there to the middle, and he's trying to cause damage, use his Mystic there, and drop some bodies from Asia 1. So here's the problem: if you have your own strong people around trying to stop the choke points, you leave the middle open, and you have your weaker players in there, and if a couple strong people get through, like Crossguard just did, they can wipe them out. And here we got a lot of bodies laying around the Tower of Victory right now, so they did try to go for this push, and it is down by Asia 1. They get the points from that, so now they are far ahead on points. And who's going to pick up the crown? Let's see.
Yep, waiting for the perfect time show who exactly is going to be the crown bearer. Whether it's Asia 1 or Asia 4. If Leaf Joan actually did manage to take the crown, then I think that this is where things will start to go haywire. Because, Daddy Kim!
Yeah, alright, Daddy Kim, let's see.
So Daddy Kim.
Is he going to be able to walk freely? Now, I did get a refresh yesterday. They do have a negative evade on this as well, so that's why they get stopped so much. They can't evade even the lowest of players doing their crowd control on it. So,
Right, okay. So it would be understandable that a lot of these crowd control are key components into the competition as well. That is also one of the main reasons why perhaps they're gonna have to get a decent amount of balance coming into each game.
Right. It looks like we got a few more people that got logged into Asia 4, but we're still looking at 210 for Asia 1 online versus 177. That is definitely a disadvantage. It's not helping them right now. And Daddy Kim is just marching right along. Looks like we have basically a barrier around him. And I'm trying to see where he has to go. It's a bit hard to see here. Looks like they're heading southwest. So it's either 2 or 3 that has to go to. And his HP is not moving at all. No one is getting any licks on him. He's being guarded by pretty much everyone. There's Hayes right there with him. A little bit of knockback there. Looks like it has to go to Tower 3. So he's in Tower 3. Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be pretty easy.
Yep. And unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of crowd control going on as well. So he's just taking a slow, sweet ride over. And unlike from yesterday as well, I'll say that unlike for all the other qualifying games too, I suppose that we need to see more crowd control going on. A little bit of a stun, a little bit of knockback would be nice.
Yeah, we're getting a couple pieces here and there. He gets tossed back a little bit. Let's see, I think Crossstar is trying to make a move here. And let's see if they can get lucky on Daddy Kim here. We got really 100%. I mean, he dip down and shoot right back up. They must have a party full of stalls on him. And he's walking straight on in there.
Yep. Now, Asia 4, they don't have a choice. But all they can do is to deal with the outer circle first. While the inner circle, at least we do manage to get Sweet managing to break across all of these barriers, just put himself right in the middle and right onto Daddy Kim. And that also kind of helped things up for Ascadia to jump in too. The crowd is still walking in. No one else is really stopping him as of yet. However, the Soviet thrust is just going to be pumping right out at this moment of speed. But getting him, it is still very full of health. He can't do, there's really not a lot of things to do anything. This is really difficult for anyone to bring Daddy Kim out. The Soviet thrust is yet another one that just pumped right out. The crowd is getting ever so closer to the base, and they are about to find a way to end the game just a little bit more, and they're just outside.
And he's still edging there. Got bodies hit the floor all around him. He's getting tossed around a little bit, but he's still moving, still creeping. He uses his dash right there. Get a little bit of extra distance. We have, I'm trying to see who's around him. I'm not seeing ladies and gentlemen. I'm sitting there just, oh, we got destroyed trying to get in there to slow Daddy Kim down.
Not sure whether that was the Elder Archer Tower that took him down, the final blast of it.
And here he goes. Looks like it's just a clear path to the base. He's walking straight in.
Very clear path. And time!
It's over.
Ladies
and gentlemen,
we have, out of the many games that they have played, out of the many servers, we finally have come down to the conclusion of the YMIR CUP World Championship as they took themselves in the battlefield against Asia 4.
Dito rin ba yung ano? Ano itong next?
And with every top, turn.
Okay, parang ano lang siya. Recap. Ito.
Too much uncertainties that is just lingering in the air. And I am just stoked to find out who's going to be the winner of this too. We already given away the golden trophy. Now it's just going to be this trophy.
and a ton of damage. But yeah, still fun.
Yeah, so do remember that both teams or rather both servers, they are coming, they're going back home as winners, no matter what. They're going back home as winners. They will get 1.15 million diamonds regardless, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going in to YMIR CUP Legend match between Asia 1 and Korea.
We go, Asia 1 moving out, Korea moving out. Are they going to clash right away, or are they just going to go for the tower?
Right off the bat, we are already going to be seeing a fun member from the side of Asia 1 skidding off and of course riding into the horizon. While the rest of the members from Korea, you can identify them with the red clan tags. Red clan tags Korea, they are swarming in from the northern part of the map, and for the side of Asia 1, they are swarming in from the southeastern part of the map. And it seems like they want to grab control of 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're trying to take 2 at one time, while Korea is heading for 3. Looks like they're also going to contest Tower 1. And it looks like we have around 164 people online from Asia 1. We have 162 online from Korea. Very fair. Nice, fair matchup here.
I think that this is going to be a really fun fight. But right off the bat, it does seem like we already have 4 unknown bases that are ready to be controlled by Asia 1. With a total of 8,700 points for themselves, while Korea is stuck at 6,000. It is still the first few minutes of the fight though, so still too early. What the hell? Oh, look at the amount of dead people already! Oh my god!
Resurrection coming in. Are we going to get some people coming back up? And it looks like Asia 1 got caught off guard just a little bit there, but they're back on that tower. Yo. Oh, it looks like, yeah, we have like a solo Korean player there trying to go ahead 1v like 100, and I don't think it's going to work out. Oh, it's skulls. They can heal as well. I don't know. They're taking people down.
That is not gonna be easy. Not easy at all. It's gonna tough to really identify the players. However, this is the king. Okay, so there are 2 nightingales in Korea. So if I'm pronouncing it correctly, the only difference in terms of name with the king and the other player is Ilke. So Ilke is this one, the king.
He's going down right now. Oh, there we go. He's staying up. Hazel and Lady Johnny both trying to get him down.
The song of the Aggressor is really
400k.
hard.
This guy's 400k called.
It's gonna be really tough for them to realistically do anything right there. And Ilke has been doing whatever he can to just roam around and just ensuring that he's buying time. Because as long as you're buying time, you are making sure that your opponents have less damage output.
Yeah, so right now Tower 1 is at 43%, Tower 3 is at 72%, Tower 2 is barely touching.
It's a kind of like a slowly but surely kind of situation right now. But we will be getting our way in as none of the boss bases have been taken down as of yet. However, Asia 1, they are double of the points of Korea with 5 of the normal base already acquired.
It looks like right now Tower 3 has quite a few people from Korea on there, but not as much as Asia 1 has on Tower 1. Looks like Korea is interested in getting into that action and trying to take out some people from Asia 1. And we're down to 23% on Tower 1.
I thought that this is interesting
Because Nightingale just doesn't care about anything. Let me just jump in here and kill as many people as I can. I don't care about the world.
This is, well, because they're doing a lot. Right now, we don't have a single server that is putting any form of emphasis down over to the boss base number 2. But to be fair, they don't have to, because Asia 1, they have already collected quite a bit of the novel bases that is closest to number 2.
Yeah, so they can easily teleport over there. They got the advantage in terms of getting down to 2 as soon as the other tower is down. But it looks like Tower 1 is going to go down here. And looks like Korean server is going to try to intercept that, but a lot of them just laid on the floor really quickly. Asia 1 has destroyed the first tower, and they're going to go and try to claim it. See if they claim it just as fast as they did in the last match.
They are so many people right over here. It's 168 versus 166. And
There
there
it goes. They got
goes.
the first tower.
Yep, now John's back on the AOK. Just gonna be working his way, and I believe that he's a skull right here. So a lot of healing can be done in just buying a crap ton of time, ensuring that the top players such as Lazy just don't focus on all the other players.
Now H1 has decided to go all the way over to Tower 3, and they're going to go ahead and try to finish that off, take that from Korea. And so far, I don't know if you agree, but it's looking a little bit like last match.
This kind of seems like so. Yes, I do agree for now, right? Because H1 they are largely we put the video to 1%. So at least you have a real understanding of what's going on in the game, you can hear us, and you can also be able to get yourself some drops.
Yeah, on that, I do have a little bit of personal experience with getting those drops, and I will say also sometimes it helps if you have it as an active window, make sure you're not doing something else in a different window. All those things might help you out, make sure you don't miss out on that time.
Now, for everyone that just came onto the stream, you are watching YMIR CUP World Championship, and of course we are on the Legends matchup already, with Asia 1 winning their championship title for the grand event itself. Now we're moving on to the Legends match, which is gonna be the showcase match. Those people that just tuning in, welcome and hello. Thank you so much to every single one of you guys for your very kind patience, because the time is nigh, as we're going to be jumping into the match itself. Legend match record between Asia 1 and Korea.
Let's go. So we have the party set up now. And it looks like we already have some towers going. Looks like they're already on the middle tower. Alright, so we have the Korea team moving in on, I believe, looks like Tower 3, I believe they are on. Looks like Asia 1 is maybe trying to protect here. They went straight in and RD is on the Tower of Victory.
Tower of Victory?
Is possible, but I'm kind of curious if they might have took a little bit of an advantage of that initial party time.
Yeah, so I'm not very sure about that, but we'll leave it to the judge, or we'll leave it to the postmortem. But for now, what we are going to be looking out for is that Asia 1 have already gotten 5 normal bases conquered, or rather conquered. While for the side of Korea, only 3 of the normal bases that they managed to conquer.
Now, so, like Lazy Johnny just ran straight in and tried to take or slow down Tower 3, and it looks like they were jumping on him. And so, again, still a lot of Asia 1 sitting on the Tower of Victory. Definitely a different strategy than we've seen this weekend.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it looks like we got Hazel, Daddy Kim, all the big boys out here trying to take out the Korean players on Tower 3.
And the Tower of Victory is already down to 50%. Well, in the meantime, we are focusing on the other players such as Korea, right? Because Korea, they have split themselves up pretty far and wide. They are focusing on to Tower of Occupying 3, now which has just dipped below 80%.
And now we have their top player again in the middle. Looks to be alone, but I'm assuming they have some. Oh, actually, no. Looks like we have quite a few in the middle. From Korea, looks like they're going to play the same game as Asia 1. They want to come to their Tower 3, they're going to come to the Tower of Victory.
Now this is fun. We're starting to see something a little bit different. We have no boss bases coming in and being conquered by any of this as of yet. While in the meantime, Korea, they managed to put themselves all the way to 15,000 points, while Asia 1 is at 13,000 points. We are definitely starting to see something a little bit different here.
And it looks like we got Hazel back in the middle. We got some the mythic from the archer there. The archer tower is going straight in on the tower. Hazel looking to help clear the Korean players off of the middle. It looks like we're going to have a fight of the big boys there off to the side.
It's not going to be easy to bring down the Tower of Victory all that fast, but The tower victory is already well at 50%. That's halfway through already. But we have always mentioned about this, right? When you put so much resources onto the tower victory, you essentially don't gain a lot of points while you're trying to whittle down this gargantuan of an obelisk.
Yeah, but so and then you need to open it for the enemy to come in and swoop the final hit. And it looks like Korea is finally catching on to the plan here from Asia 1, and they are pushing through the choke point, trying to put some pressure on them at the Tower of Victory. It's going to be curious, is anyone going to actually go for these Tower 1, 2, and 3?
No, that is the question that we really want to find out, huh? But for now, it doesn't seem like we are looking at a swarm from the side of Korea. That guys will come down here from the northern side, the bunch of the archers is going to be focusing themselves right down on the Tower of Victory, while the rest of Korea is slowly inching in and of course dropping bodies from the side of Asia 1. As much as possible, they are putting in a lot of effort and getting a lot of kills for themselves too.
Yeah, a lot of bodies on both sides right now. The big boys are fighting it out right in the middle. Hazel, Lazy Johnny, we got Nightingale. All the big players right there in the middle. The strongest tower, duking it out. Looks like they're focusing Lazy Johnny. Will he go down as the strongest player right now on Asia 1?
Oh, not only that, Hazel joins in the battlefield as well. Okay, he's currently scalded, but he's trying to look for a way to get himself right out of that. A little bit of healing, get himself way above 50% HP, and it's going to be okay for now.
Yep, looking at the party now, getting those heals in.
A little bit of Daddy Cap as well as Hazel Cap, but
Kim went down.
Did you know science says skin concerns could be caused by germs? Use this safeguard to protect. Regeneration.
It's going to be A-okay for now, but we are currently locking in with 15,000 points. We are going to be looking at a fight completely off of that Tower of Victory. This is a big fight, in fact. It's a song of the Yggdrasil. It's just going to be pumping right out. We'll be able to get a decent amount of heal throughout the entire enemies from the side of Korea. But it doesn't seem like the members from the side of Korea are just going to be surviving. Hazel is still standing right in the middle of the fight. He's constantly just going to be raining arrows onto everyone. And he's not afraid of anything at all. He's putting himself right in the midst of everyone. What a skull coming in from the side of AOK. He's just going to be bracing for impact and ensuring he will be able to do a decent amount. While Hazel presses right in onto him and knocks him right down. A second Song of Yggdrasil joins right in with that amazing pop coming in from Maka.
Now they're slowing down the tower there. Tower Victory going down to 31%. It is going down a little bit slower. Hazel, Lazy Johnny still holding things down here, trying to hold the Korean players back from coming in from this choke point. Lazy Johnny going in and just laying them down one by one.
We've got a bunch of members from Team Korea that is just hovering right outside of the ridge. Does not want to scale up the stairs at this point in time. It seems like they are working on some prep work before just rushing right in and dashing into the Tower of Victory. However, it seems like the plan is going to be halted as we have members from the side of Thanos coming in from Asia 1. They have managed to climb themselves down the stairs and will be applying all the AoE that they require to bring them down.
Making light work of the Korean players right there, unfortunately.
It's going to be rough for Korea to even
Let Kim go down.
I'm not sure whether they will be able to regroup or not, but we will definitely have a couple of the strongest players of the team trying to hold out and of course try to buy a bit more time. Okay, heals up a little bit. Does seem like he doesn't have anyone around him, but he's healing up a lot.
Yeah, still nobody going for any boss base done. No Tower 1, 2, or 3 being hit. I believe they're trying to end this game as quickly as possible. Tower Victory down to 25% of this.
Yep. Now that is the question. Why do they want to end this game so fast? Is 11 minutes has elapsed, and right now we're looking at Kings versus Kings. The battle of the Kings for who is going to be holding themselves right onto the throne. And it does seem like okay, is not going to be having a great time as the rain arrows just spew right over to him. But
got the heal off right there, and got some healers following him. But Lazy Johnny's still going in, trying to get that kill on him. And so now we have Asia 1 still focusing on the Tower of Victory, going down 22%.
the distance has been made to ensure that OK is able to get himself further away in order to stay alive and hold himself out for a little bit.
Oh, it looks like he finally went down there. Lazy Johnny finished him off.
They're going to put himself right back into the midst of the action, right back over to the Tower of Victory, of which is currently at 25%.
Alright, so it looks like Korea's gonna have to do a little regrouping. It looks like they are down there at the southwest of the map. Quite a few down there. And again, looking at the tower 1, 2, and 3, just absolutely no one worried about taking the tower at this point. It's all about the Tower of Victory, 20%.
As they slowly whittle down the health, they're ensuring that all of these AoE damage spells just gonna pop right out. Oh,
Massive damage coming in.
yeah, another Yggdrasil just pops and sprouted down from the ground. Massive amount of fights coming from everywhere. The main fight that we are watching is also going to be mostly on the Tower of Victory. However, there are fights going on at the southwestern part of the map as well, right outside of the Tower of Victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, going right back in on the Korean King. And man, he was knocking him down quick. Not sure if he was able to survive that. Doesn't look like he was. Ladies and gentlemen, taking names and yeah.
Just so the nameplate is just going to be coming right on, right? The name tag, every single one of the members that goes down, you take one for yourself to mark them for death. It's not going to be easy, especially for Asia 1. Despite the fact that they have been putting so much effort on the Tower of Victory, Korea have managed to climb up in terms of points by an exorbitant amount, currently at 24,000 points for themselves, as opposed to Asia 1, with 18,000 points for themselves.
Only issue is if Asia 1 is the one that gets last hit on this Tower of Victory, then it's going to shoot them straight above. So it's not really a great strategy right now. And unfortunately, it does look like
Ganda yung laban nila ng sa Kings eh.
shouldn't have, and they ended up losing that boss tower. So now there's going to be another fight there.
Oh, okay. So this is where things start to get a little bit dicey, right? Because you mentioned, yeah, the clans can't stack on the tower, so you kind of relinquish control the moment that you actually took one that you shouldn't have. So they're going to go back at it for a fight. I don't think that's going to be that big problem for them because they have a lot of points.
Yeah, they seem to be dominating right now.
Well, Lazy Yoni going straight on a 1v1 against one of the members from Asian 3. In fact, it's a 3v1, but this guy, he's surviving for a long time. He's buying a lot of time.
Yeah. He's running.
He's buying a lot of time.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Trying to make all the way back.
Okay, flew away.
Is there anything special about that guy by any chance?
He's the king of the server, so he's got to be one of the strongest on there.
Right. So I believe that Lazy Joni is the king of the server.
Yeah, they're going to, I don't know if it's the king or the champion. I can tell that the king is the crown. And
The king's crown.
Yeah. So he's king.
He's the king.
Yeah. And then that's kings. So they're playing those kings.
Yeah, they're just dominating. You can see that the Raid clan tags are the one from Asia 3, and they are just mostly, they're really all around. You can see just how much dominance that they are enacting over this entirety of the base. A lot of archers, and they are technically uncontested.
Oh, I think we had another ultimate go up there, or another mixed skill, and they're just bodies laying around this base. And this is the one that they lost because they took another one. So there's this huge fight there now for some of the playing.
But on the other hand, there is a lot. It is clearly a choke point for Asia 1 right here. They're trying to do something for themselves.
They're trying to get the tower, yeah. They focused in now. It looks like they're really...
Oh, that took a lot!
Yeah, that's the tower attack, man. The tower does attack the players. So if you get caught on that, boom, you're dead.
You gotta have to be quick on your toes. You gotta evade that.
Yeah, so we have two things. We have to evade and...
Welcome back, everyone.
Only the last match, you had two teams around one choke point. So they would basically beat each other even before entering the match, which could cause some drama as well.
However, I think that they can, in some sense, even talk about it and then be like, hey, you know what? right off the start of the game, let's not kill anyone.
Yeah.
Let's make it a truce where we don't fight, we don't kill anyone. I can understand. There will definitely be some buggers, some stragglers that would just go on over and just start hitting people sometimes.
Yeah, here we go. We got the tower spawn. We have 3 boss towers first. 1, 2, and 3. So here we have, let's see, what color?
Okay, I would like to believe that Asia 4 is Oscar. Let me double check with that. I'll get back to you guys in a short.
Originals are 8 orange. So that is going to be our orange, and they are running into red. Looks like which would be, can't quite see through the red at this point. So the 2 H servers are red and yellow, and then the origin is orange. I see a lot of red and yellow flooded in. I see origin seem to be heading to Tower 1, which honestly is usually what we do. And then we have, looks like a split between yellow. Looks like we're gonna try to 2 towers. We got a little fight here between the Asian servers.
So have we kind of identified which one is?
Oh, a lot of controls got dropped. No, we haven't seen the. Can't quite tell. They might be red. I'm not sure which would be Asia 4. So okay, here we go. Crossguard is red. They are Asia 4. So Asia 4 is going to be yellow.
Yeah, okay. So Asia 2 yellow, meaning the name is Asia 038, if I remember correctly. That's the name.
So here we go. We have Asia 2 on Tower 3, I believe. 2 or 3. It doesn't look like we're spread out right now, so it looks like we have one server on each of Tower 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. So I think that for the side of the origins, they are on Tower 1, Asia 2, they are on Tower 2, and Asia 4, Coast Guard, is going to be on Tower 3, all the way down south. And it doesn't like, honestly, if you ask me, Coast Guard, if you look at the, if we were to look at the mini-map, they are very cohesive with where they are. Not a lot of outside movement, they just went straight to the base and just kind of went straight for the money.
Yeah, we have a few that are, looks like we have a couple little parties there to do some fighting. Zyro is over here trying to fight with originals. Might got stuff up there. Oh, Toxie's on him. And I think Toxie might try to take him out, right?
Honestly, Asia 2, they are pretty fast, and this is a different kind of strategy that we saw as opposed to match number 1, right? Asia 2 have decided to go for all of the normal towers first, the normal towers first, before heading on over to the block tower. So they took quite some time and get some early leads first.
And we see Tower 2 is down to 45%. NAU is struggling to get any points on the board. Asia 4 Crossguard is at 6,900. Asia 2, since they did take those small towers quickly, they are already at 10,000 points. Seems like Tower 2 right now looks to be the one that's going to go down first. And that's where we are focused right now. So we have a mixture of Crossguard as well as Asia 2. So Asia 38, Megacorp, they're in their battle. It looks like we've got quite a few more of them right now than Crossguard there. They might be right inside the circle.
So remember, when it comes down to the side of the origins, they went to Tower of Occupying 1. Asia 4, if I recall correctly, they went down to Tower of Occupying number 3. And Asia 2, they went to Tower of Occupying number 2. It's 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2 is Asia 2. Yeah, number 2 is Asia 2. So they were actually really fast, Asia 2.
Yeah,
they
took
took
out right now.
Yeah, they took down all the normal base, and then Tower of Occupying 2 is already down to 30%, as opposed to Tower of Occupying 1. It is still at 40%, however, NAU only gotten 2 normal bases.
Yeah, now Tower 2 is going down to 25% almost. And it looks like NAU is trying to get on the board. They took some normal bases. And we have basically the fight right now is between Asia 2 and Asia 4. They have a battle going out at this tower. Is this Tower 2? Yes, because that's the one that is the lowest. It's down to 19%. Declan GG is taking on the Origin right now, trying to man them 1v like 50.
This is really difficult.
I don't even think he went in there with the healers. They're on him though. I think Toxie's there trying to help take care of him. That's gonna be a fight right there.
It's on the standstill.
Oh, here comes Orchid. He's gonna try to get some licks in. Yeah, they're getting on Declan. I don't know if that's the best decision, just running there by himself. Although he's holding his ground and killing people. Okay, this tower's about to go down. Tower 2 seems to be mostly controlled by Proscar right now.
Yep, 5%.
So now there's going to be the battle in the middle once it goes down.
Is it actually close down? Getting close because
Yeah, the red. Oh, now they're Asia 2 moving in.
they're trying to steal it.
Okay, let's see. So Asia 4. Okay, Asia 4 did take it. So now they have to go in here and secure it. Can they get it within 10 seconds, or are they going to jump in and AoE? Is Asia 2 going to jump in and AoE them? They're trying to get in there. This is the strategy. Here they go.
Jump off the rocks.
Yep.
When it's red all the way in, do we get any missing skills? There we go, one of them.
Alright, people are dropping.
A lot.
Get that tower.
Yeah, a lot is dropping, but they're not really getting the capture down as of yet. It's not going to be that easy.
Don't take some time there. Someone's got to get in there and hold it for 10 seconds.
10 seconds. As easy as we think. Tower of Occupying 1 is coming down real soon as well. And that's
That is
Origin, yeah.
And they have no competition there right now. So they can hurry up and get in there and secure that tower.
Yep. What was the slowest server might actually come up to be the fastest server now. Once they get themselves their boss base, they can just kind of run down.
So it looks like points right now, pretty close. There's a huge battle for this Tower 2 base. Now Tower 1, okay, Tower 1 is the one that went down. Tower 3 is still at 100%.
Okay, so the Origins were already managing to get the boss base. They're likely going to be running into some other places now.
Yeah, now it's a decision. Where does Origin go? They might go for 3, and then just let them fight out here at Tower 2.
That sounds like a better idea. Exactly, that's what they did. They went to the northwest. Yeah, they went to the northwest now. So they're going to be focusing and just really just getting onto Asia 2's backside. So this is a rough fight for Asia 2 now. They got really hung up at the front, which is right inside of base 3, and now they're own base.
Declan's in here now with his teammates. They're going to try to secure this.
Looks like your own server is doing really well now. 28,000. In fact, they had the worst start. They had the worst start.